Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. I never would have thought when somebody asked me how to draw something like this, I would make 4 videos out of it. But I was playing around with a 3-point line, and I said earlier today that your lines need to match up. You can't just sporadically put them anywhere for them to match up when you rotate it around. So it's how to find the midpoint. We're going to use the 3-point line. See the midpoint pop up? I'm going to go over here to the other midpoint. Now, no matter where I put this line, they're going to match up. But here's the problem. There's no midpoint on here because we've already used the midpoint. Take your Smart Fill tool and move it. Now there's a new midpoint right there. So you know that your line is going to match up. And then just take that exact line and just nudge it back. And then you can do anything you want with the interior. Same thing here if we wanted to, if you put something here, it's got to match over there. You could use an ellipse or whatever you want to use over there. And I'm not going to, do too many other lines. Let's make a midpoint from this part right here. Find the midpoint of that. Let's go with the 3-point line again. There's our midpoint. There's our midpoint. So I know I have that line is going to be perfect. And just to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to go ahead and fancy this up a little bit. Now, other lines, you don't have to worry about it. If it's the top, you don't have to worry about your lines being, as long as you don't touch these two sides with a new line, you can put them wherever you want. And try not to get your lines, all loosey-goosey. Make sure they're touching. So just don't go to that side, cut it short, unless you want to make a new midpoint. And I probably fancy this one up about as much as I can. So now, like we did before, let's take it all to that 8-point. That's not going to look too bad. Go to Object, convert it to an outline, left click, right click, Control G to group it together and Control D to duplicate it. And move your rotation to that point. Rotate it 60 degrees. Whoop, I didn't evidently make a duplicate. Control D, rotate it 60 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. Now here's kind of the key. Go up to Object and group, all of it ungroup. Then grab your weld tool and weld it. And you have a nice, now my lines are double thick, but you could fix that. That's something to do with the rotation, but if you see now, I don't have that edge. And I do have a little bit of problem in the middle, so maybe I was off with something, the reason I have double line. But you can always get rid of, just take your shape tool and delete nodes. Pretty cool effect. Really a pretty neat design, without even doing much thought to it. You can definitely see that the center lines are thicker, so just pay attention to the other videos. I must have done something a little bit different on this one. Well, you know what? Because I didn't cut it in half. But I didn't do that one in half either, and it worked fine. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.